Greetings, Inquisitor. Welcome to the Holocron. This is the week 116 update for the Darth Loquitur account. I update this account's progress every week. Go through all the character upgrades, ships, talking about mods each week now at a request from the channel. So you can follow along with that and leave any comments down below if you have thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms. Happy to hear all of it. And please remember, before we get started, hit that like button. Use your like saber. Get that thing out of here. Helps me, helps the channel, and I sure would appreciate it if you could help with that. All right, let's get in here. First things first, I go in and I put Gear 12 onto this Revan. I've looked at him so many times and never been able to put Gear 12 on him that this week I decided he's going to Gear 12 and clicked the button. Savage Opress was the Relic target for the week, and we get him to Gear 13. But I do want to put this Relic 5 level onto Han Solo. Basically, we've reliced so many characters in the last few weeks that just constantly out of the signal data that we need to put these guys at higher relic levels. So then I go back to Savage here, and we're going to relic him up to Relic 2 and run out of bronzium wiring, the bane of this account. Never seem to be able to generate enough bronzium wiring. So I break down some bronzium wiring, some circuit boards, and we're going to be able to get this to Relic 4. And then again, we're going to be out of signal data, so that's going to be it. So Relic 4, I do want to take him to Relic 5 so that we can make good use of Datacrons and things like that. So we'll have to put that 5th Relic level on him next week. Looking at this Zeta on Piet, some people in the channel had recommended that I get it, and I really, the way I play the troopers, I've never found that this is a difference maker in the battles that I pick or how I fight them. But with the new Datacron out for Imperial troopers, I can see where going early might be an advantage for him to have that skill. We're going into the journey characters now. There you saw we took Captain Han Solo to Gear 12. Rebel Officer Leia Organa is going to get a gear tier, and that's pretty much going to be it. We, as usual, we've run out of Carbantes, and the progress grinds to a screeching halt after 3 clicks. So, yeah, we got Revan, we got a couple of the journey characters. Here we're working on the Sith Empire Trooper. That's a background project. At some point we want to make him into a good tank. Fleet stuff for the week. I did get a couple more gear levels on Plo a while back, so we're going to go in here and upgrade Plo's ship. And I get out of here, and then I go back and I look, and I'm just like reading the difference here in the final skill, trying to figure out whether I really want to do it, and then in the end I click it. Let's go ahead and make Plo as good as possible. Mods for the week. Again, just going through the same routine that I set up in my Mod Mastery series. So we set up the bad stats here. I am farming tenacity mods, so there are some mods with tenacity that I want to keep and look at. But only a couple of them even get reasonably close, so the rest of them get sold. We get rid of all the grays that don't develop speed. We take all the rest of them that have speed to 12, and now we're taking a look for slicing. Here we find one that's worth slicing. We miss, basically, if I've got a 5-speed mod with decent stats that's gray, I slice it once to green. If I don't hit speed on that slice, I'm usually not going to be interested. Here we go to purple, and we have 11 speed. If we've only got 2 speed rolls at purple, then I don't take it to the 3rd speed roll. Here I try again, even though it's only got 9 speed, it's a tenacity cross with tenacity, so something that I'll definitely use on a character someday. Here's another mod with offense stat with some speed on a triangle. Doesn't work out. The rest of them, I don't feel like they're good enough to slice, so I just go ahead and unload them. Working through the green and blue mods now, selling off all the ones with no speed again. Checking to see if there's anything in there that I really want to keep. Go into the filter again and take everything to level 12. Go to the slicing. routine. And this is a pretty big disappointment. Like, I've got some stuff here, but there's really not a whole lot. So we take this crit damage triangle. We get a third hit on speed. We take it to 6 dot. We miss on speed. We calibrate it and miss on speed again. So I don't feel like putting more slicing materials into something that's only got the 3 hits on it, so that's probably where that mod will be forever. Looking through the rest of the stuff, nothing else is motivating me to slice it this week. We take the purple mods all to level 3, check for no speed, get rid of those. Take everything here up to 12. We did get interesting... you got an 18 speed mod out of it. That was, I don't think that one was there before. In terms of slicing though, not a whole lot there. And then here I'm going through the mods that have 1 speed hit on them and getting rid of most of them. Again, I'll keep some of them just for modding new characters. Here we try to attenuate a mod that's got 22 speed, and we say, okay, take it to the gold level and go ahead and try to attenuate it. We miss on the speed, so that's going to be pretty much it. We attenuated 2 mods this week and didn't get much luck with any of it. Here we've got a blue mod with 4 hits. We take another stab at it, and we do manage to get that one to 25 speed. So that's a good slice there. Not much else to see. In the Datacron section, not a whole lot of work to be done with Datacron. I just check here because there was a little bit more farming after Conquest closed. And I checked the Datacrons that I have, and rolling the 7th level here can get me more stats. I picked a defensive mod, and then I rolled more defensive stats. So that's nice. I mean, it gives us at least the mod is consistent in being very defensive. The Executor event was up this week. So I decided to just record and put the run in here. For those who are doing the bonus event, patience is the name of the game here. Just try to keep the buzz droids off if you can, and just work your way to the alt. And in this case, I don't even think we got the alt. We killed everybody before the alt even went off. So 10 more shards, that puts me at 20 out of 100. I'm not stressed out to try to get that ship to 7 stars right away, so we didn't try to force any refreshes or do anything like that this time around. As it starts to get closer to 7 stars, I very well may do a couple refreshes, and but for now we'll let some shards build up naturally over time. So in week 116, we've worked our way up to 5.64 million galactic power. We added 40 over last week. 59 relics, 76 zetas, 10 omicrons. Squad Arena JMK still in top 10. Profundity's still getting us top 5. And the project is to relic CLS next week. That'll be close. I feel like the materials on him may be a little more than a week out, but I think I'm willing to go ahead and post it as him getting relic next week. We've been on a sort of a breakneck pace of relicing characters in this account. It feels like we've just had so much, so many characters going to Gear 13. It's been crazy. Feels good, but certainly out of materials all the time. In terms of farm plan, it's the same thing. We've got Scion finishing out that shuttle, 50 RT, Skiff, Lando, and Boosh for the Jabba journey eventually, and Holdo just for some extra stun guns. Raven's Claw, Scimitar out of fleet. And Cantina, just signal data for now. Mod Energy, working on speed again. Refresh strategies, 3 of everything. And then the guild activity and all the shops, we're just looking for good stuff, build an inventory of it so we get some clicks each week, and then everything else is feeding the shard shop. So I did do the battle pass for the last few rounds of Conquest. So even with only getting box 5 or 6 out of Conquest, we were able to unlock our first Conquest character naturally without having to buy any shards out of the shop. So we got enough stuff just from the boxes as rewards and from the battle pass rewards that you get to be able to unlock Ben Solo. Now, well, in some sense, it's nice to have my first Conquest character, within the Conquest period. I don't know what to do with him. I don't really have a Ray of any kind in this account. We haven't got Jedi Training Ray. We don't even have Stick Ray built up. So there's really not much to do with Ben. He's got the Unlined Force user tag, but I don't even know where to use him. So if you guys have a good idea of where to put this guy, it's not a Resistance team under Ray, let me know. Let me know if people have found a use for him. Maybe I'll build him up. My guild needs a few of these for, putting in platoons and stuff. So if I'm asked to build one, I'd at least like to know what to do with him. Also, I was just going through the account looking for some future projects. And, I clicked on First Order and I sorted it. And I thought, we're getting close to getting that shuttle. We're going to be able to build the fleet. And what do I need? And it turns out that this First Order Executioner, who's a Cantina farm, that's it. We've got everything else for First Order farmed up to 7 stars. So I know that I farmed a few of these characters over time, like the Sith Trooper. I farmed way back at the start of the account. I think he's literally been gear 11 for like 2 years now. It's crazy. But I got him to a certain point and then just couldn't commit to any resources to him anymore. But yeah, I have all the First Order stuff built up. So I thought that was kind of interesting that I'm only one character away from, obviously not the SLKR journey in that sense of having everything relicked, but just if I did pick that journey, I wouldn't have anything to farm except that one Cantina farm. Anyway, so next week the shuttle will hit the 7 stars and we'll get ready for the finalizer event. So next week we'll work on the journey stuff, but then we're going to prioritize at least getting some of these characters worked on for the First Order fleet. We do have the ships, of course, there's a mix of ships that are used in the finalizer event. So I don't think we have to worry too much about trying to relic First Order things to get the finalizer done. So we'll have to see how that works out. At the end of the day, with the new gear system and the ability to build up other characters that aren't part of your journey has increased by a lot, which is fantastic. I was looking at this trying to think, is it worth, maybe making a Gear 12 First Order team, try to do something with Phasma and the Omicrons, and just try to get the team up and running at Gear 12. And I don't think it's going to have enough punch at Gear 12 to do anything. So it's kind of a question mark. I think I'll, obviously get things built well enough to do the finalizer event whenever it rolls around. But yeah, so I'm not sure we could use that. And then, of course, I'm looking at this right after I'm looking at Ben Solo, trying to figure out what to do with him. So Ben doesn't even get to go with the First Order, so so that's kind of a letdown. For the next weeks, I don't think there's going to be a lot to update on the account. I've set up some things for the second tier stuff. Kind of really looking forward a long way, like what am I going to need for a long time. And, Jedi Knight Luke team is something that we're working on toward the journey itself, as well as some other characters like Bastila that might help with that team. We're looking at the triumvirate. We've got the gas requirements earmarked, and we've got some First Order stuff that we can throw gear at. So we got plenty of mid-tier stuff to work on. Once I start finishing up any of these farms for Jabba, or what I'm working on right now, we'll start rolling the farms in for the Dr. Aphra stuff, and then 6 months from now or whenever we get Jabba, then we can take a look at Aphra. So I feel like in terms of account building, I've kind of got my mind made up in a way that is pretty solid. So going forward, we're just going to be grinding along through this journey and, making the weekly updates. Probably be pretty short and to the point, unless there's a topic to cover. All right, that's going to wrap up the update for this week 116. If you guys, like I said before, anything to say about it, leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description of the Holocron down below. We've got a great Discord community, a lot of fun people over there. Even if you're not a very talkative person, you can just come hang out, see what other people are saying, and learn a lot from it. So Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.